I have to do kind of a live demo myself here in summarizing the day's activities. I think we saw a very, very, very tall gentleman come to the stage at the beginning, a colossus, if you will. And he said that the reason he moved to England was because it's the center of kite surfing in the world. This is the capital here in London. He also talked about how our future 2- or 3-year-olds might not want to be flautists or pianists, but iPodists. So that was an interesting insight. Also, there's how many misspellings of Britney Spears? 852. Insight into the target group, but also to take misspelling seriously. We saw some interesting data on how small and smart applications of data can lead to like 7% increase in conversion. Page load time correlates with revenue. Also, we saw how through using very sophisticated personalized software, it's a way maybe to shame voters to vote, or you're going to be cursed out by foul-mouthed grandmothers, or be branded a goat bomber or something like that. There's 20 hours of video uploaded every minute to YouTube, 3.6 billion searches. And as we had a transition and Richard took the stage, we learned that doing mail order and e-commerce over the last 35 years has taken about a foot off his height. So that was interesting. And that his view on religion is, was maybe a little bit skeptical, but that things have changed. So instead of now e-commerce being a place of little profit with lots of faith, it's now a place for lots of profit. Interesting to hear about how 11,000 stores could be billboards for the internet. And I'm going to have to start going much faster, I'm realizing, because I've just done this in about 5 minutes, and I was trying to do everything in 5 minutes. So can you help me along here? Just give me some kind of encouragement, please. So we heard how strong private brands can combat all, just all this focus on price and price and price if you're a department store. So this is one way to win. Putting Sephora in actual JCPenney stores was a way to cross-shop, also to bring younger customers in. The website no longer just being a brochure, but an interactive hub where people come to participate. Multi-channel as a term might be dead, and we might be now saying multi-touch points or something like that. We saw very cool use of video, interactive, with models kind of traipsing about and moving very suggestively. But we have to beware if our children are going to buy from this because they might be bullied in school. I loved getting Richard's reaction when he walked in the room on that. Also, vacuum cleaners are not a good wedding present or any type of gift, despite dual bag capability. Also, reviews are good, and negative reviews are great. They make our product buyers smarter and describer descriptors of descriptors smarter. Also, JCP. I don't know what this says. This is my writing, so I have nowhere to run. Oh, sorry. Someone asked, is video helpful in driving conversion? Well, it would be helpful if we could measure it. I mean, they're just starting to measure it, and that's a good thing. So then we had a quick transition, and it was all about how we're going to steal to win. And then all of the panelists told Ian right back, it's not about stealing, it's about sticking to basics. And so M&M Direct came on, said that they get a pound out of every 2,500, but only 22 out of 6,000 are not recommending them. So putting customer service right at the heart is the right thing. Great word of mouth comes out of that. Tesco talked about how they got 55% of the market by boring people to tears. But it's only 3% of the market, so things will get better. Ian and Nick had very different ideas of what is not boring. So joy, the new definition of this is what? Absence of? Okay. I guess that was more impacting to me. So we learned that John can't say 54L without gesticulations. We also learned about if you're going to be fit specialists, and you learn very interesting things on how you can cross-sell, etc. Don't spray and pray. That was one that kept coming up. I guess that's advice for every walk of life. We also learned that when you become a real specialist, you can talk about pear, lemon, Easter egg shapes, and do it in the right way. And Giacomo We learned then about our CEO from M&M Direct that he is the perfect demographic for this, although wrong from a risk bad debt profile. Don't overcomplicate, don't overpromise. How have new customers changed? They want convenience, choice, price. They're more fickle. More visitors lead to less purchase. And it's just mind-boggling how much they're changing. If they're angry with you and you screw up once, the bitterness can last for 9 months to a year. Tesco says it's only 0.3%. Ian very thankfully told us that was the math after the 99.7. Thank God he was there to help us. Clearance is great, but it's good on the top end, but we're struggling on the mid part, is what J.D. Williams shared with us. There's no way to do online grocery profitably unless, and you're going to build dedicated warehouses, unless you have that 200-mile radius. Reserve and collect, always talked about as a brilliant idea. It is not. What is the new 10 years? Pay and collect. Thank you. Yes. I need more help, you guys. I'm dying here. I don't know. Okay, so we got to the KPIs, one of the most fascinating subjects, right? All of us were ready to go to sleep when we heard KPIs, even though one of our panelists said that his reason for being is to try to put the K back in KPI. We also found profit per order, important. DPP, direct profit, profitability, very important. We got the softball question of the day. Should everyone start their price comparison on Price Runner? Did we all learn the answer? Yes. So make KPIs fundamental existence. That's very difficult to do. And we got a few ideas, but it's clear that there's a lot more clear KPIs that come from the offline space, like-for-like sales, sales per store, rent, square footage. We've been drinking from a fire hose, as we've been told. Get the KPIs into a dashboard or a one-pager. Archie Norman, let's not forget what he always talked about. You could walk into the store and see if it was successful just by how staff was dressed and how they were talking to you. On a website, that's difficult. So care about data, embrace it, love it, live by it, act on it. And yeah, never bring children, animals, or Google algorithms onto the stage here. Never ask Google to run a video, even though they can do 20 hours of video content every minute, live on, that runs flawlessly, never any mistakes. 100 milliseconds of lost time means lost customer base of 10%, and we can't show 4 minutes of video in an event. Listen, thank you all very much. We really appreciate your attendance. And please fill out the feedback forms. We always want to get better. We also have some great breakout sessions. We have how to improve conversion rates. That was coming out all day. And Graham Cook has been working on this very hard. And Tony from Javelin's also going to be, that's going to start early at 1:15. We also have building a brand in a digital world with Hamish, and enterprise with Matt, and how to use co-marketing through search with Stephen Webb. We have some great food. Please enjoy. And hope that some of you can stay for this at the end. Thank you all very much.